Previously, and let's grab a booth.
Doing it whether you like it or not, because that's what the show's about. All right.
What did they sign up for? Oh, we're gonna be here for a minute.
So I make my guests a deal. I teach them how to make a drink, and I get to ask the questions I've been dying to ask.
Our subconscious mind will tell on us.
To savor the handcrafted cocktails we've created together.
How'd you like your blueberry mojito?
It was really good. I like the no-hito.
Yeah.
Just so I could say no in it, no.
You want another one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, too bad, we're doing something different.
Oh.
All right, grab the small one. Grab yourself a piece of cinnamon.
Okay. You should get this one. It's a big one.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Vanna.
This one. I'll get this one.
All right. Grab your pulverizer, also known as a muddle. This is, okay. Just
You know
break
what?
that-
It's not the size, it's how you use it.
Well, use that to break it in half, please.
Oh. Jeez.
There you go.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah,
oops.
really
Only
get it.
one?
Yeah, just one. Grab yourself 3 or 4 slices of apple. We're using Honey Crisp. Use whatever you have. Honey Crisp.
Does it matter what size? Should I get like these three? These two look good, right?
Whichever ones you want. There you go.
Those look good.
All right. Now, we're not going to be able to pulverize this the way we did the blueberries, but we still want to match it up pretty good. Release the juices, okay?
Okay. Release the juices.
It's like the Kraken.
Yes.
Is that what you were going for?
Yep, the original's better. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, I don't think you're really alone in that. It's not like a hot take. The original's better.
The original was amazing. They did a good job. Oh, this is not blueberries.
No.
What do you, who does this?
You're doing it. You were doing it.
I had a hard life.
Cinderella, Cinderella.
Are
All
we
right.
done?
Yeah, we're done. Smell that small cinnamon there?
Ooh, I smell that.
All right. Grab your ginger syrup.
Okay, ginger
We're going to
syrup.
put 2 ounces. That's 2 of these. All right. And then 2 ounces of lemon juice.
Wait, hold on. What is ginger syrup? I've never heard of that.
It's just simple syrup, which is basically sugar and water.
Yeah.
And then you boil fresh ginger into it, blend it, and strain it out. Lemon juice.
Sweeter than I thought. Uh-huh.
And 2 ounces.
Okay. You know, you guys make this look easy.
Oh, thanks.
You guys watch these, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, just like we did with the Nojito, grab your big one. You're a pro already.
Got it.
Feel it?
Uh-huh.
All right, shake it like you're angry.
Great.
Take all that anger away.
We're gonna have to do a couple more takes
Yeah,
then. Oh.
All right.
Uh-huh. Ooh, oh, that's cold. Oh.
Okay. All right, grab your Hawthorne strainer. Remember how we closed the gate?
Yep, close the
down.
gate, because Hawthorne doesn't want anyone in.
That's exactly why. That's the reason. Grab your double strainer, or your mesh strainer, or your fine strainer. Just gonna pour that right in. This is just so.
Okay.
How we going?
Yep.
Doing okay?
Fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Ooh. Goodness.
All right. Piece of cinnamon.
Okay. This one.
That was the one I was hoping you were gonna pick.
Where? Oh.
Piece of ginger.
Okay. I wanna. Yeah, this one.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And then just some apple for later.
Okay. Oh.
I like to throw some of the liquid out as I put it in too. It's just how we do it professionally.
No, my
The bar's
garnishes
thirsty.
aren't like they're staying. You gotta make it look pretty. There we go.
I know what's happening. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Not a straw, but
Got it. So good.
the apron finally came in handy.
did
She
it?
dropped some.
I did it.
Let's
Where?
grab a booth. We put an apron on the floor for you.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so for anyone watching at home, this is so good. Cheers.
Cheers. Glad you like it. That's
I
still
know.
not a straw, but
I love it. This actually, the smell of it too.
now I gotta try it.
Oh yeah. It's kind of fun though, right? The smell of it too, it reminds me of Connecticut and it smells like fall. So it's like, it gives me, it takes me back to this this apple orchard place that we used to go to and like pick strawberries at. But then inside, when you would like purchase the strawberries, the whole thing, it always smelled like cinnamon apple. I'm so happy that you picked this drink.
You're welcome. I'm happy you like it. I also didn't know Willy Wonka had an orchard. I thought he just did candy factories, but it smelled like strawberries. It was like licorice. Got it.
Schnozberries tastes like schnozberries.
Right.
You
Cool.
just lick everything.
That's in Connecticut.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Great.
I would have to find. Yeah, I want to go back there one day.
It's great. Like how intense memories, like a
Sense memory.
sense
Yeah.
memory. Thank you.
A smell will. Yeah, a smell will pull.
Smells though specifically
Yes.
like.
Yeah. I know that there's therapy where they do that, but I'm not in that one. We were talking about like neuro-linguistic programming before. Your subconscious mind is what's a lot more powerful, and it's a lot more powerful than people even realize. And that is what dictates and determines your behaviors. The way people behave and what they say, it's a tell. It's almost like poker. Now I'm not reading you. I'm not.
I was just listening. I was just wondering. I just feel. I'm thrilled that the embarrassing things I do are not my fault.
Exactly.
This is all good news.
Yes, it's not our fault. Just like it can be very gaslighting when someone's like, "Oh, it's your fault when whatever happens to, or it's your responsibility, or you're pulling it in." It's a fine line because I get people want to try and train and coach or do therapy on you can take responsibility and you can take ownership of your life. Absolutely. So the cool part about that is you can absolutely take ownership of your life. You no longer have to be the victim of your life at all. However, what it is the things that happen to us, not our fault. Not our fault at all. But our healing is our responsibility. We can be more prone to move towards something self-sabotaging or more prone to move towards something self-limiting or abusive or toxic based on the stuff from the past, because although it's painful, it's familiar. So a person, let's say, that is smart, incredible, talented, funny, whatever, has everything going for them.
Thank you.
Yeah. But stops themselves or sabotages, and people are going, what is that? Why are you doing that? It's mostly because a fear of success means something new. And what it is it makes you have to get out of your comfort zone and go into something that you don't know, you don't have any control over. Why? Because you've never been in that position before. So for people who have ever had dysfunction in their lives or anything taken away from them or abuse or abandonment or do anything, then we like sometimes to have a false sense of control. If I know 10 steps ahead, if I can plan it out, if I know everything, I'm safe. OCD will come from that. If I have everything the way that I need it, then I'm safe. Then the people I love are safe. So when we have to get past that limiting belief in order to get past a self-sabotage and start to go into success and then keep it and not burn everything to the ground, you're going to be hitting up against walls. You'll even hear in your head, I'm not good enough, I'm not safe, people always leave me, this isn't going to work out for me, what am I doing, this is stupid.
It's like a greatest hits playlist in my head. I've heard those.
Oh man, yeah, me and mine, sometimes they like to get together on a band on it. You ain't good enough, you ain't shit, you ain't good enough.
Oh, I know that song, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a whole orchestra, they called everyone over, they're like, look how much these people ain't shit, and then you're like,
they
what?
do a lot of covers, that song gets covered a lot.
A lot of it.
Take all this and then tell me, what is a dating coach and how does this apply?
Great question. So I say life and dating because then that's easier for people to kind of.
Well, I was gonna treat them separately.
Oh yeah, no, they're the same.
Oh, they're the same?
Same.
Okay. What does all this mean as a life and dating coach?
We attract what we vibrate at.
Okay.
Simply. And it starts within ourselves. So our outsides are always a manifestation, a direct manifestation of what we want inside. So whether we are good enough or we're not good enough doesn't actually matter. You're going to be right either way. Which one do you want to be? And that's going to manifest in the people that you choose. Now, what's really interesting is that people can have two different belief systems. They can have multiple different belief systems. You can have a belief system that your life is fantastic and you are great in your career and you trust your gut. Like if you have an internal compass that says, I know my purpose, I'm fire in work, I'm so successful, I keep pulling amazing people around me. If you've got that belief system, it's like you know how to listen to your instinct over the fear. You've attuned more to your instincts. You're pulling in the right people. You're saying yes. You're in the right place at the right time. How did this happen? Because you're naturally listening to your internal guidance that you already have. So you're creating a confirmation bias. I believe that I know myself and I'm really good at what I do. It's going to manifest. Now, you can have a different belief system in relationships. You know, people always leave me. I'm not safe. Relationships look like pain. Growing up, there's, relationships never work out. They end in divorce. Like, if you've got those things, what we do is we have a tendency to naturally gravitate toward people who are emotionally unavailable. We'll dismiss red flags. We'll paint red flags green. So even though it is painful to be in those situations that suck, it's familiar because it might remind us of childhood. And our inner child is desperately trying to reprogram and reparent and go back to that parent essentially, or that childhood memory, and rewire it. It wants to fix things. It wants a different outcome. My belief system, what I truly believe, not what I say, not just saying an affirmation, because if you say an affirmation out loud and say, I am good enough, but the back of your head goes, you sure about that? You know what I mean? Like, that's
Why is
that,
the back of my head so salty?
I know. I don't know. You had a salty parent. You had someone in your life that was like, okay, sure. All right, Steamboat Willie. Tell me another one.
Steamboat Willie doesn't talk. He just steamboats.
He does his job. So our job is to start paying attention to that, and we have to kind of have fun still, but now we're the parent. And we have to kind of have boundaries and learn more about ourselves and regulate that. So what I do when I coach someone, they call me up. I call them actually. I ask them a little bit about themselves. They tell me their job. They tell me how old they are, and they tell me what they do on a regular day and a little bit of their hobbies. In that time frame alone, I can generally tell automatically like what is going to be some of the issues. The reason why is because, like I said, our words are powerful. Even if you want to lie about it and be like, oh, I can front and I can pretend and I can have that ego. And guys, like when guys are going out to game and they're going out and they're like, yeah, I'm just going to act tough or act cool. I'm going to act like this. Woo! You will pick up what you vibrate at. Your energy precedes you. So based on what you say and how you say it, there are tells. If it's the way that you'll inflect down on something. If you don't like your job, for instance, when someone asks you, oh, so what do you do for work? Naturally we'll go, I do whatever. I do construction on the side in the summers. What about you? You'll give these away. Now, when you're dating women, we are a little bit more intuitive. Even those of us who aren't able to communicate that, we have to feel whether or not someone's safe. It's primal. So we look for emotional safety. Now, if you have a trauma girl, she's going to go again with what's familiar. So this is the reason why you guys will see amazing, incredible women that are leaving you because you're too good for them and you're not seeing your own worth, and they're getting with some abusive, terrible guy because they believe that that's what they deserve. So a lot of times it's first, what you do, what I'm hearing is how you're speaking about it. Even if you're trying to hide it, you can't. It'll come up. But that's what we get trained in. And then the next one is, then I ask them, so tell me about the situation. Like, how can I help? And that's when they'll usually tell me about, whether or not they're struggling with picking up women, or they're struggling in their relationship, or they have a toxic, abusive relationship, narcissistic abuse. They can't figure out what's a reality for them. I coach clients from all over the world, and it's literally like the same things. We have a tendency to think that we're alone in the world and that we don't have the same problems and that no one will get us and, we're hopeless, and it's just not true. It's not true. The same thing in Japan will be the same thing in Dubai, where, someone is with someone that is emotionally unavailable or abusive or manipulating them, whatever it is, or triggering them, and then they're losing their cool and they're losing their temper and they're in this like toxic cycle. It's all over the world. We kind of all have that. So our job is to find out what those triggers are and start to deprogram them.
Well, to go back for a second and this is not me like pandering or patronizing, but is like the idea, do you think the idea that you're going out to pick up women, like I'm going to pick up women, is part of the problem? Approaching it that way?
So.
No?
Nah, not at all. I think that being honest and being authentic is part of the problem. With the men community, if a guy has emotions, he's a simp. You know all the stuff,
I don't. What is a simp? What is
Oh,
a
you don't
simp?
know what a simp? Okay, a simp is a guy who gets taken advantage of by a woman where he's just her bitch, essentially. Like, he pays all the bills, she does whatever she wants, she's probably dating other guys, and he is just like head over heels for her, and she's not reciprocating that respect. That's a simp. Yeah. But if a man is respectful, he'll get called that a lot of times. Or if a man has emotions, and we do this in our society, and we do it in a lot of other societies too, men are not allowed to experience emotions. We're told that you're not manly if you do, and it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, because then women are going, but I want to emotionally connect. You're like, but if I share an emotion, I'm all of a sudden, I'm a wuss, and I'm too feminine. So what is it? And because we tell men that it's okay for you to be angry, and then meanwhile, on the female side, on women, we say, if you have sex, you're a slut. If you don't, you're a prude. If you want to have your own business, you're a bitch. If you don't, if you want to have kids, you're lying to yourself. Women are just like, and then men are like, why can't she tell me what she wants? She doesn't even know. She's figuring out. We went a little too far in the other way, and we got some feminazis that are like, because they're traumatized. So we're trying to, like, all of us together are trying to heal, and I think being a dating and life coach for men, we're trying to bridge the gap.
It sounds like there's no hope. We're all screwed, and we should get sex bots.
No. So to go back to, there's a lot of judgment, and so to own yourself more, you can absolutely go out there and go, you know what? Tonight I want to pick up women. Because women can go out there too. I want to get flirted with. I want to pick up a guy. Who cares? But it's about being authentic and about learning how to be effective, not manipulative, but be effective and still respectful to yourself and others.
Well, what do you think about like that school of pickup artists? Like, what's the guy Mystery? Is that his name? He looks like Prince's robe came to life. Like,
I think that I understand the intention behind it, where there are men out there who have been bullied by women and been made to feel like they weren't good enough and they weren't desired, and they want to feel desired and have their pick of women as well. I do think that, though, sometimes with both parties, with both sides, men and women, you have to be mindful of, are you manipulating or are you being respectful? Is it coming from integrity, or are you, because again, if we attract what we vibrate at, and secretly inside you don't feel like you're good enough, and you feel like you have to play these games, but it's not true to who you are and true to your values and true to your morals, we will wind up picking up problems or picking up a trauma girl, is kind of what happens. Versus, like, you can absolutely go out and do pickup, and you can still use some of the similar techniques, and some of them as well too. I've met some pickup artists, and there are some out there for sure who game with integrity, essentially. If you are looking for casual and looking for a hookup, there are plenty of women out there who are looking for the same thing. So it's just about, when you're learning from someone or you're learning how to do it, being mindful of, is that person passing on trauma, and are they passing on disrespect, or are they helping you be authentic to pick up people who align with you?
Do the stuff these pickup artists coach, does it work? Like, do you think it works on any level? Is there a secret, or is it just, is the secret not, there's nothing wrong with this, just being your genuine self? That sounds great.
Yes. Pickup artist community, coaching, all of that, it'll work. It's just the matter of, like, what are you attracting them to? That's the main thing. What are you attracting them to? Once you run that game, once you do that thing, what are you pulling them to? Or are you going to lose yourself in a relationship? Or are you going to have to keep playing games?
Well, that was my thing.
In a relationship.
Now you've met this person, and you're not you. You're running this playbook. So you never even get to, like, when do you get to put your sweatpants on and watch a Netflix murder mystery?
Exactly. And not only that, like, a woman wants to do that. We want to be able to feel safe with you, that we
You're
can
saying
do
women
that.
like murder mysteries.
Oh my God.
On Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, they do. So if you want to find that person who loves forensic files with you and can kick it on the couch, and, like, you guys eat popcorn and she's got no makeup on, what it mostly is it's mostly the inner work that I talked about earlier. Just to let people know and preface this, you can get in the back of your subconscious and reprogram. There's hope.
Let's say I'm out and I'm just presenting my genuine self. I'm really just being me. I've done a lot of work on myself. I meet
Yes.
someone, we connect. Let's say it's you and I, we're dating now, and everything's going well. What's like the number one mistake you see men or women do when things are going well? Is there
Great.
one?
Is
or
it
what's,
on a first date or first approach? First date or first approach? That's a different.
Let's talk about both.
Okay, so top mistakes that men make when it's the approach is they don't establish any any emotional safety. So some men are so afraid of getting friend zoned because, and this is not the female community that did this. Men have shamed other men for getting in the friend zone. Where as a woman, if you think about it our way, we're literally like, why is it so offensive to be friends with us? I'm so confused. We are like, huh? So the friend zone fear doesn't come from us. It got shamed into men that if you get friend zoned and she doesn't have sex with you, then there's something wrong with you. So a lot of men, because of that fear, they'll over-sexualize an approach and they won't establish any emotional connection or emotional safety. A woman has to have emotional safety with someone.
This is that like, make your motives known, make your intentions known. That thing that's being told
Yes.
that you
Make
hear all
your
the time.
exactly.
Make your move. Don't let her think you're trying to be friendly. Like make it.
Yes, but if you push too much, then you
Right.
push her away.
Okay.
So specifically, it's make sure that your intentions are clear. But if you're going up and you're approaching her, you're gonna say something or have fun and just be like, oh, I see that we're drinking the same drink. Like, interesting synchronicity. And then you kind of pull back and you're like, I'm not sure if I like my women, similar to me or if I like a little challenge, but we'll see. And you're throwing in a flirt. And then and then she's saying something back. And then you go into an emote, which you would be like, if she says something like, you can say like, well, why did you choose this drink? Now I'm curious. And all of a sudden you're going to connect her. And she's going to say, oh, I don't know. My friend bought it for me. And then this is where you would share a vulnerability, but you wouldn't burst your emotions out. And you'd go, I actually chose this drink because it smells like and reminds me of my home, back in Connecticut. It's amazing.
So now is when I burst into tears at this
Yes,
point?
like my family.
Okay.
No, but when we talk about emoting with someone and sharing a vulnerability, like let's say for instance now you're on a date. This is a number one mistake that happens is on dating when a man is trying to share emotions, or especially in relationships, especially when a woman's starting to walk away. When a man then feels like, oh no, I'm about to lose her, now I have to share all my emotions, we'll go into emotionally dumping. And we'll go into like fear-based, like word vomit essentially, and like talking about all of our emotions and like crying and stuff. That's not what we talk about when we want to. Now all of a sudden you've made us your mother and you've made us responsible for making you feel better. Now you've put your emotions on us and now that feels heavy. As opposed to sharing an emotion and sharing a vulnerability is something where my emotions are my responsibility, your emotions are yours. But if we need to have a discussion about something, or if I'm, let's say, going through something, we're on a date and you're asking me like, or I'm even asking you, how are you doing? How was your day? And you're like, you know what? My brother called me and he's in the hospital. So it's a little rough today, but I'm really glad that I'm here with you. It reminds me that there's, a lot of beautiful things in the world too. So I'm just grateful that my brother actually called me. It actually touches my heart a lot. How was your day? Now that's sharing something because you're strong and you know that you can, and that's something that matters to you. So you have your guard down, but you're not dumping your emotions going, I'm so sad. Can you make me feel better? I need you to make me feel better. I need a drink. I need to do this. You know what I mean? You're not making her nurture you because you already, before the date, journaled, meditated, did your affirmations, processed your emotions, processed, am I capable of going out on this date right now? I'm having something heavy. No, I'll be okay. I processed that. I know he's going to be fine. It still touches my heart, but I can still go out on this date. I breathe through the emotions. I process them. I can show up in the moment and enjoy this moment with this person.
Are the people reaching out to you all ages, all walks of life?
All ages, all walks of life. As long as they're over 18 years of age, because
I do the under 18s.
Yeah.
That's my rule.
Yeah. We send them use your way.
Yep, under 18s. That
can't
sounds
do that
so
one.
creepy.
It's a little creepy. Do you remember when you were talking about how to pick up women and whether or not you come up a little too?
Okay.
So
go on.
So you're doing it.
Oh. Just like this when I leaned in, or the
No,
words
that was
coming out of my
fine.
mouth?
The words a little bit.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
No, but I love because actually that was really great because you called it out, and which means that you have emotional awareness, EQ.
I'm glad we got that on camera.
Yeah,
So I can tell people.
ladies. So it was good. Calling yourself out is actually amazing. So don't be afraid to do it.
Let's say I've come to you and I've said, I'm a wreck, I need some help.
Go to therapy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm already in therapy,
Yeah,
specifically
which is
with
great.
the women I'm attracting, and I'm blowing it all the time. You start helping me, and I'm getting
Yeah.
dates, and I meet a girl, and I'm like, it's going well. How far along do you continue?
However long yeah.
6 months in, I'm still talking to you, going, I think it's time to maybe try to go away together. Is there a way to approach that? I mean, does it get that
Yeah.
specific with you? And
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to coach you on ways to listen to yourself so that you're self-actualizing, self-realizing. But we do always still need coaches and therapists, always, because we have our brain that can go back to old programming sometimes, or we can get triggered and wind up going back to, for a little bit, old programming. And just when we're in new environments or new things that we've never experienced, sometimes we need a little bit of guidance. We need to know that someone's there to guide us through that. There's different stages in your life. There's different things. For relationships, you might hit something in the relationship where life is in session. It's life on life's terms. Now, you might not have coached with me for 3 months. You might not have needed to, but now all of a sudden there's something new that's coming up and something that you need a little bit extra help, like walking through, and maybe some additional tools to see what's going on, uncover, discover what it is, and move through it. And that's where I come in again. So my job is, though, to get it to where someone doesn't need me, but they get to make new mistakes, so they get to call me up later on if they need something.
what are some of the things, like what are your biggest success stories? What are your proudest successes?
I coach clients, and sometimes I don't see their face at all, and that's fine by me because I don't want any biases as well too. Now sometimes I do need to know, because I do have clients that are in other countries that face more racism when they're approaching, so I have to know that as a coach, because I have to be able to guide that, because that's not safe. If they're approaching a woman who is engaging in that or saying some which happens, I have to know that, so I have to be able to be mindful of that and guide them in a more effective way for themselves, for their own safety. So
It never even occurred to me.
Oh yeah, I had someone DM me and write me a message, and they were like, Natalie, I need you to know something. They were about 20, 21, and they're a higher up in the company that they work for. They're a big dog, essentially, really. But they also feel like, because they're younger, they kind of get picked on and stuff, and they also come from a toxic background and people pleasing, and also making the environment safe for everyone, for themselves, so that way there's, just everything's safe. And they let me know that because of working with me, they were asked to help these 2 guys out and help them with like some IT thing or whatever it was. And he walked in, and they couldn't see him, but they were being racist. They were saying racist comments. They were being disrespectful. They were putting down blacks and Asians or whatever. And they turn around and they see this amazing dark-skinned man who's supposed to be there, that's over their heads, but also there to help them with something that they needed help with. And he looks at them and he goes, no, I'm not going to help you guys. And he turned around and he walked away. It was the first time in his life, because he told me, he was like, now normally I would have made that okay, and I would have sat by them and just made it okay and just tried to laugh it off and just try to get through that environment, get through that situation. But Natalie, because of you, I have boundaries now. I do not tolerate disrespect in my life, and that was disrespectful, and I do not allow that in my life anymore.
Any final encouragement or bits of advice for anyone who feels a little lost in the dating world or life in general?
Yeah.
Something concise you got, like?
The one that I would say for both acting, entertainment, whatever it is, dating and relationships, any of it is you have a lot more power than you realize, and you have the ability to change anything that you want.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for making these mocktails and for picking these.
You're
'cause
welcome.
These were incredible.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to have you, and I'm scared of you a little bit because I feel like you can read my thoughts.
Gotten that a lot in my life.
But seriously, Natalie Stavola, actress, life coach, dating coach, member of the A-Team. Pleasure having her here. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to click like and subscribe. And if you want to see more great conversations with interesting people, learn how to make some cocktails and mocktails from the comfort of your own home, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and letsgrababooth.com. I'm Vance Daniels. Thanks for tuning in. Want to get another one?
Yeah.
All right.